Happy Thursday! How are you guys doing? How is everyone? Hello! How's everybody doing? That's a little bit better. More light. More light! I keep not setting up my Diva light. Sorry guys. I bought a Diva light and I never set it up because it's this humongous thing and I just never want to set it up. How are you guys doing? I have not even been on Periscope today. I actually meant to do this scope yesterday and I didn't have a chance. I've been super duper busy October. Hey Mel, how are you? Hey Kristen, oh my gosh, congratulations on the site launch. Thanks for the hearts. Hi. Okay, so today I want to talk about balancing, you're welcome. I want to talk about balancing what you currently do with what you want to do. Because if there's anything that's been, oh gosh, thanks for all the hearts. If there's anything that's been like a reoccurring theme this year with me and my friends and my colleagues and everybody that's like I'm surrounding myself with, is they're all doing something, they're all like working towards something, like a change, like maybe it's like different products, maybe it's a different industry. Yeah, so I don't know if this is like life balance. No, it's not life balance, which that is a whole other topic, but yeah, but this is like balancing what you're currently doing with like your future and like where you want to be. So I did a scope probably like a couple months ago about future proofing and planning for the future and doing things and like kind of taking baby steps to get to places in the future. And so today I want to talk about like balancing those two, because this is something I'm definitely dealing with, that a lot of friends of mine are dealing with, because there's always like, you have things that you want to happen in the future and you want to grow and you want to change and you want to give out different products. At intermission, can you sing Monster Mash? Is there an intermission? I don't think there's gonna be an how about when I turn off the Periscope, then I'll sing Monster Mash. Oh, I should have done a, oh thanks. I should have done the hashtag Halloween. I forgot. Yes, always have a plan for something new, but need to balance out. Exactly. So if you start like head first doing all your future stuff, you'll get really behind with your current stuff and everything, that like your life doesn't stop for the future, right? It doesn't like give you time, you know, like take a couple weeks off to plan for the future. So these are 3 strategies that you can use right now to start getting towards that goal. Or start balancing the two, so that the future isn't taking on too much of your time, and or that you're not giving any time to your future, because that's a problem too, right? So there is a balance. So my tip number 1 is to figure out a literal timeline for your future products. So this could be an extra service you're offering. Maybe you're switching into a totally different type of business, which is happening with some of my friends. Now they're going from one business to another business. There's like a car like driving around. Sorry, it's like really distracting me. It's like doing circles. Hopefully they're okay. Anyways, figure out a timeline for this project, whether it's, you know, adding some new products or if it's totally switching. You got to figure out, you got to have a starting place on how long it's going to take you. How long is this shift from what you're currently doing to what you want to be doing? How long will that take? So will it take a couple months? Will it take a couple weeks? Will it take a couple years? Well, like, what will it take? And actually mapping out that timeline, because only when you figure out how long, you know, it's going to take you, then you can start breaking down the pieces, right? Thanks for all the hearts, you guys. You guys are awesome. And then that's my tip number 1. So you got to figure out a timeline for your future project and when you want it to be shifted by. And then that way you can figure out kind of all the steps to get there, right? So then the second thing you want to do is you want to add it into your calendar. And these can be really bite-sized pieces. So it doesn't have to be, you know, scheduling calls. Actually, yeah. So then you want to add it into your calendars, because a lot of people have ideas. Say hello to Brazil. Hello, Brazil, from San Diego, California. You want to add it into your calendar, because a lot of times, and this is something that I find a lot of my colleagues and friends and stuff they don't schedule time for themselves. So they don't schedule time for their business. They don't schedule what I call CEO time. Every Monday I have CEO Monday, where I schedule time to work on my business and think about things that are happening in the future, whatever, all that stuff. I literally have to place it in my calendar, or else it will never happen, because we tend, especially women, we tend to put ourselves on the back burner. and not work on our projects. We work on our projects like as a very last resort, like when we're literally doing nothing else. When all the client work is done, that's when we start working our stuff. So my second tip is to add it into your calendar. Make sure that it has a place. You need to be more intentional about CEO time. Yeah, so put it on your calendar. If it's literally called CEO time, if it's called future time, if it's a specific, you know, thing that you're working on, products or website, maybe you're you want to relaunch your website, something like that to reflect your new business or products or services or whatever. Put those little milestones in your actual calendar so that you give yourself time. Just pretend that you're a client. Like literally pretend you're a client, put it on the books. We're redoing our site right now, and I decided I'm going to open a Basecamp project for us and put our milestones in there, and I have to follow them because otherwise it ain't happening, right? So quick recap. Number one, I'm going to bring donuts to the meeting. Number one is figure out a timeline. So give these big goals and dreams a timeline. Number two, add those into your calendar. So break it apart and give yourself time. Put time in your schedule to work on them, but don't let them take up too much time. So like literally when you're scheduling that time, make sure you start it and stop it, right? Like don't let it go and start to climb into other projects. You have a specific time you're going to work on it and you don't work past that. So that way it has a structure, it has a balance, and you're going to work on it and then stop working on it when it's over, right? And then my third tip is kind of a little bit different. It might surprise you because it's not like a very specific thing. Well, it is specific, but it is celebrate your successes. Oh, man, I'm so bad at this. Are you guys bad at this too? Can I just get some like amens so I don't feel so bad? Are you bad at celebrating your successes? I was just talking to my business coach about this yesterday, and I don't understand why, but I am horrible at celebrating my successes. I'm so good at, yeah, okay, good. I got some amens. I'm not the only one. I'm so good at like future casting and thinking, okay, here's the next, but I'm not good at like saying, oh my gosh, look how far we've come. Look how amazing we are. look all the awesome things we've done this year. Look at all the amazing websites we've launched, all these things that have happened, all the places I've been this year to speak, all the conferences I've been to. We don't take time to celebrate those. We're too busy. Look at that. Exactly. And how on earth do we expect ourselves to get this balance and to get through this stuff if we don't even like give ourselves props when we do, right? Like if we're not even going to celebrate our success and say, hey, you did an awesome job on this, then what's the momentum to even get there, right? Like what's the whole point? What's our, like, you know, what's that carrot, right, that we're going after if we don't celebrate any success? So my number 3 tip to balancing what you're currently doing with what your future doing is to celebrate those successes, both with what you're currently doing and in the future stuff. Like really motivate yourself to move forward, that you're doing a good job. Like even if it's literally just writing yourself a note and saying you're doing awesome, whatever those things are, make sure you're doing those because it's really important in order to like keep your eye on the prize and not get burned out, to realize that all this work isn't for nothing, that you're literally going towards something. And then of course you can look at your timeline, you can look at your other things and stuff like that so you don't get overwhelmed. So those are my 3 simple tips for you today. I know this is kind of like, it's a very general subject. It's not like very specific, but I think that all of these 3s will help you through balancing what you're currently doing and what you want to be doing and all those kind of things. So hopefully that was helpful. Was that helpful, you guys? Gosh, it's almost Halloween. Do you guys know what you're wearing? Are you guys dressing up? I'm dressing up, and I don't know if I have my whole outfit together. Okay, good. So if you guys haven't already joined our Facebook group, it's inspiredscope.com. Oh, good. And then I'm on here as Love Inspired, at Love Inspired. I'm on Instagram also at Love Inspired, and then on the web at love-inspired. So have a lovely rest of your Thursday. I'll see you guys tomorrow. Have an amazing Halloween if I don't see you, and I'm so excited it's on a Saturday. I have no idea what I'm going to do. I do know my costume, though. Maybe I should scope it. Should I scope my costume? I think I will. Maybe I will. If it turns out good, I will. Let's put it that way. All right, guys. Love you. Thank you so much. I'm so grateful for you for coming and sharing and hearts and all the good stuff.